What's up, YouTube? It's Game Fiend of all games here, and yet another week in wrestling has come to an end, and thus it is time for another drama scripted Saturday. And this weekend I'm going to do something different. I'm going to just talk about Impact first, then I'm going to give you my predictions on what I think is going to happen at the TLC pay-per-view, which happens tomorrow. Going straight on into Impact, I don't know what they're doing. They have... well, the main event, which was Bobby Roode versus Jeff Hardy for the TNA heavyweight title, which I mistakenly thought that it pays to be Roode. Apparently, it didn't pay off for him, as Aces and Eights just stood there and they didn't do anything, and Jeff Hardy won the match with a twist of fate. While Bobby Roode was like, "What are you doing? You guys should, do something." So Impact starts, well... and Ace and Ace was like, "Yeah, somebody outbidded you." And I'm thinking to myself, kayfabe wise, like if it says, because TNA likes to actually use real stuff and put it in their stories more than WWE's. So I'm thinking to myself, on that roster, who gets paid more than Bobby Roode? Going from like an outside, a realistic standpoint. And the only thing that came to me was probably, well, AJ Styles has been there since 2000 and, I think TNA started in 2010 years. Okay, 2002. So yeah, AJ Styles has been there since 2002. And probably, well, Jeff Hardy, it wouldn't make any sense for Jeff Hardy to what he's going to do, outbid so he can never get attacked again. That wouldn't make any sense either. Because, TNA's famous for paying former WWE superstars a ridiculous load of money just so they could come and hype up their product, which this show barely gets 0.9 ratings anyway. So I was like, okay, Jeff Hardy wouldn't make sense. Cowboy James Storm, that wouldn't make sense either. And then at the end of the show, it comes out to find that it's Austin Aries, which that kind of makes sense, but then kind of doesn't. I mean, why would Austin Aries need help from a bunch of fake biker thugs when Austin Aries is the greatest man who ever lived and he could do anything by himself? Why would TNA book that? It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand why you have Austin Aries, which is a great heel, a great face. He's better as a heel, but sometimes you just need to let heels work on their own. Like, Austin Aries is perfect by himself. Why would you throw him in this Aces and Eights BS? And apparently all the stripper girls are gone, because last week they had stripper girls everywhere, and now this week there's no stripper girls. Another thing that didn't make sense, why the hell was the Kenny King versus Rob Van Dam match better on Impact than it was the pay-per-view? That didn't make any sense either. So you want to give better matches for free, but have us pay for the crappy ones. I mean, this isn't the first time TNA has done something like this. Like, perfect example with Samoa Joe and Devon. So you put the TV title on the line on normal television, and you have it switch hands on normal television. But there is no TV title on the pay-per-view. You just throw Samoa Joe in the 6-man tag match and you make it an 8-man tag. TNA logic. Other things that stood out to me on Impact. Did Mickie James really just say that she was the best female wrestler on this planet right now? Really? I'm pretty sure Gail Kim is better than you. I'm pretty sure even though Beth Phoenix is giving herself a personal vacation, I'm pretty sure Beth Phoenix is better than you too. I'm pretty sure Natalya is better than you too, Mickie James. I just named 3 females off the top of my head. One of them, which is in Impact, Gail Kim, and 2 of them, one's still in WWE and the other one's not doing anything right now. They're definitely 1 or maybe 2 levels above you, Mickie James. You're not the best female wrestler out in the world. I'm sorry. You're just not. I'm just keeping it real. You're not. I'm a fan of yours, but you're not the best. I don't know where you had it in your promo to say that you were the best female wrestler. Speaking of promos, in AJ Styles' 10-year professional wrestling history, he cut the best promo of his life on Impact. It took him 10 years to do it. So let's give it up to AJ Styles. 10 long years I've waited for a decent AJ Styles promo, and we finally got it. Finally. It took TNA to book him like dog shit for the past year to get a good promo out of him. He was like, I'm done with being the janitor from TNA. I'm done with cleaning up TNA's mess. I'm tired of being Mr. TNA, basically, a long story short. And from now on, I'm doing things for me, not TNA. And he took the shirt off, and then when he saw Dixie Carter in the back, he threw the shirt at her and just walked off. 10 years for that promo. And it was worth it. The most retarded part of Impact was Hulk Hogan and Bully Ray yelling at each other, and then just decided to throw their real names in it because, I don't know, maybe that adds interest into it. I don't know. It didn't really add, and there was just two white guys just screaming at each other and yelling at each other over something so stupid, which doesn't make any sense. But that's going to wrap up my thoughts on what happened on Impact. Now to move on to the WWE side of things and this TLC pay-per-view. Let's start with the pre-show. The pre-show is a good thing, but it's a bad thing. Good thing about the pre-show, it gets the Divas out the way. Bad thing about the pre-show, there's no bathroom break during the pay-per-view because the Divas are the pre-show. And it's Naughty or Nice, Santa's Helper #1 contenders, Diva Battle Royal Battle. So basically they're all going to be dressed up like Santa Claus or in their, you know, Christmas costumes. And it's a battle royale for the #1 contender for the Divas title. So yeah, there's not going to be any bathroom break for this pay-per-view. That's the sad part. Good part is it's out the way. Bad part, there's no bathroom break. Second match on the card, U.S. Champion Antonio Cesaro versus R-Truth. Antonio Cesaro wins. Just keep it pushing. Antonio Cesaro wins. I shouldn't have to. Should be self-explanatory. Just no. WWE is not that. I don't think WWE would book R-Truth to be Antonio Cesaro. And for R-Truth to be the first American to, no. Keep it pushing. Intercontinental Championship. Kofi Kingston versus Wade Barrett. This is a hard one to decide. Because Kofi Kingston has been stuck in mid-card hell since he came into the company. And they're trying to build Wade Barrett back up. So this would be a plus for Wade Barrett to win the Intercontinental Championship. Thus, but it will keep him in mid-card. And if Kofi Kingston loses the Intercontinental Championship, he's probably just going to try to get it back. I don't think they're going to push him upward because I think the time. To be honest, I think the timing, the best opportunity WWE had to push Kofi Kingston was, I think, 2 years ago against Orton, and we all know what happened with that. Stupid. So yeah, we all know what happened with that. So it looks like he's stuck in mid-card hell for the rest of his career. I'm just gonna say Kofi retains the title because Wade Barrett doesn't need the Intercontinental title. So that's my thoughts on that. World Heavyweight title, Big Show versus Sheamus. You know, when the Big Show and Sheamus match has been the best match for the past two pay-per-views, and now it's in the running to be the third match, and probably for the third time in a row be the best match on the card. I think it's really underlooked in my opinion. I mean, this is the only stable storyline. This is the only storyline currently that makes sense. It's the only storyline that doesn't have any garbage or confusion or, oh, what's this group person going to do now? What's this person going to do next? No. Big Show and Sheamus, storyline-wise, generally hate each other. And there's a chairs match. So this could have the possibility that to be for the third time in a row, be the best match on the card. And a chairs match. To be honest, I don't know who's going to win this match. Again, it goes back to the Kofi Kingston and Wade Barrett match. I mean, both superstars don't need another title run. This is Big Show's third, and this is Sheamus. If Sheamus wins, this will be his second World Heavyweight title run, and I think his fourth main event title run overall. So both men don't need it. And with the Royal Rumble coming around the corner, Sheamus won the Royal Rumble last year, for those who you've forgotten. Yes, it's already been a year. I know, time goes by. Sheamus won the Royal Rumble last year. So to him to lose this title and just to get put in again, I don't think WWE's gonna give him two Royal Rumble wins in a row. I don't think WWE's gonna do that. So I'm probably gonna say Sheamus wins. Yeah, I'm probably gonna say Sheamus wins the match. All because it's gonna stretch the storyline even further into Royal Rumble, and I don't think Big Show is gonna win the World, will be a good contender to win the Royal Rumble either. So it's probably just gonna extend the storyline because there was no final time dispute or in the contract. So I'm gonna say Sheamus wins. Next match on the card is John Cena versus Dolph Ziggler in a ladder match for the Money in the Bank contract. John Cena's not gonna win. Reason being, John Cena's not going to win. John Cena doesn't need another Money in the Bank thing. He'll be the first superstar in history to have two Money in the Bank contracts in 1 year. So I don't think he's going to win it. This is another history-breaking thing. Dolph Ziggler is the first wrestler to be in 3 Money in the Bank contracts in 1 year. The original Money in the Bank, the Money in the Bank will match against Chris Jericho, and now another Money in the Bank ladder match and TLC. So the first man to be, the first man to be in 3 Money in the Bank matches, not the first man to be in 2 Money in the Bank title matches. So which is it's rare. I just don't understand it, but it's whatever. I'm going to say Dolph Ziggler wins to probably push Dolph Ziggler even further. Here's my prospect on how the whole pay-per-view turns out. But the World Heavyweight title match has to happen. No, this ladder match has to happen first. Because what I'm saying, which goes down, is that Sheamus beats Big Show. Dolph Ziggler... Sheamus beats Big Show. At the end of the match, Big Show gets up and punches Sheamus in the face. Big Show leaves the match. After the ladder match has already happened, mind you, the ladder match has to happen first for the whole pay-per-view in general prediction to work. The ladder match has to do that. Dolph Ziggler wins the ladder match. After Sheamus wins, Big Show gets up, gives him the weapons of mass destruction, and then walks out. Then the Dolph Ziggler's theme song hit, I'm here to show the world. Big Show lets him cashes in Money in the Bank. Dolph Ziggler wins, and the only reason why Big Show lets him cashes in Money in the Bank on Dolph Ziggler is because Big Show thinks that Dolph Ziggler is easier to beat than Sheamus. But in order for all this to happen, the ladder match has to happen before the World Heavyweight title match. And that's just my thought on how those two matches are going to intertwine with each other. And the main events, Team Hell No and Ryback versus The Shield in a tables, ladders, and chairs match. I don't know who's going to win, to be honest. Some way, shape, or form, I think this match can end in a no decision. Reason why I'm saying that is just going to be complete chaos. It's going to start off normal, then it's going to go into complete chaos, and then it's just going to end in complete chaos. This match can have a winner, but then again it can't have a loser because Team Hell No is going to be defending their titles at the Royal Rumble because what is it, Sin Cara and oh yeah, I forgot about that match. Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio versus Rhodes Scholars for the number 1 contendership for the tag team titles. And I don't know who's gonna win that match. I'm gonna say Team Rhodes Scholars because they have the more momentum. I forgot about that match, by the way. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna say Team Rhodes Scholars wins that tag match. So when I have them winning that tag match, I'm looking at Team Hell No, and they're gonna be defending their titles. I'm assuming at the Royal Rumble because you want people to buy the pay-per-view. The Rock can't be the only selling point for that pay-per-view. So I'm gonna say Team Hell No is gonna need momentum against the Rhodes Scholars. Ryback is Ryback. He creates his own momentum just when he gets a bigger pop than John Cena now when he comes out. And then the Shield is new, and you want to keep them upbeat and you want to keep them fresh. But the Shield causes chaos on every show, so they don't really need to win. You have both sides that can. You have Ryback who creates momentum at every given night, and you have the Shield who just create chaos in any given moment. So that's why it's very hard for me to decide who's gonna win this match or who should win this match. So the way I'm gonna book this match, I'm gonna just have it end in a non-contest. It's just gonna be too much chaos for them to be a winner and a loser. And Team Hell No is just gonna defend their titles against Rhodes Scholars, because I'm gonna have them win the #1 contendership for the titles. Storyline reason behind why WWE probably had the Shield take out Randy Orton. It would look bad for WWE to have Orton there healthy and not have anything for him to do. So why not have the Shield take him out on SmackDown? That's why you can't have fans say, "Oh, well, why wasn't Randy Orton with him?" Well, the Shield, kayfabe wise, injured him. So there you go. That's the things behind that. But anyway, this is going to wrap it up for this week's Drama Scripted Saturday. If you're new here and you like what you've heard or witnessed, please feel free to subscribe. If you have any questions at all, do you want to ask me about how I feel on the wrestling industry or anything about the indies? I would include the indies in the show, but I don't have... there's not enough hours in the day to watch. That's too much wrestling, because then I would have to... I mean, I do pay attention to ROH and I do pay attention to OVW, but I don't watch them. I just get news from them. I don't sit down and watch whole shows from ROH or OVW. I don't even watch all of WWE shows. I only watch Raw and SmackDown. I don't watch NXT, and I don't watch Wednesday night main event. But I do get all the news from it. But yeah, feel free to ask me questions here on YouTube or on my Twitter or on my Facebook, which are in the description, which is down below. Don't be afraid to click on the big caps. I have it in caps, look below for a reason. Those are the ways that you could contact me, and those are the best ways that I can respond to your question. Or if you'd like me to have your question aired on our Drama Scripture Saturdays, I'll be happy to do it. But that's going to wrap this up. I'm Game Games, guys, and I'm out of here. Peace.